welcome to my channel. Today's episode, we are going to be talking about how to be more eco-friendly, specifically around our plastic use. The average American family, you throw 250 pounds of plastic away every year. A lot of people think plastics can be recycled, which some are, but since China stopped buying our recyclable trash, a lot of it ends up in landfills or as litter or in the ocean. 60 to 80% of ocean trash is made from plastic. That plastic does decompose and create microplastics, which then marine life consume. If you eat fish and seafood, you are then consuming those microplastics as well.
Ugh.
Frankly, we're running into a big problem where trash can be stored. Plastics take 10 to 1,000 years to decompose, so it's really up to us to reduce our consumption. Today, I will be giving you 10 really easy to follow tips to start reducing your plastic use. Tip number 1, always keep a bunch of wood forks in your car. I always use the wood fork instead of taking a plastic fork when I go through drive-thrus. You can buy them in a bulk pack like this and throw it out after every use. This wood fork will take 1 to 2 years to decompose, unlike a plastic fork, which will take about 400. Tip number 2, as they say, bigger is better. Bigger conditioner, big bags of cheese, big protein shakes. Buying bigger products results in buying them less often. One big bottle of product uses less plastic than a few smaller ones. Tip number 3, trade in your shower body wash for bars of soap, which have no plastic. Tip number 4, instead of using plastic bags given to you at grocery stores, bring with you reusable bags. You keep a bunch of these in your car so that you have them at all times. Also, say no to plastic bags at restaurants when you do drive-through or carry out. The average American family uses up to 1,500 bags per year, and each of those bags take a couple hundred years to decompose. If you need to use a supermarket bag, instead get a paper bag, which takes about 1 to 3 months to decompose. By using reusable bags, you're going to be making a really big difference. Tip number 5, use a reusable water bottle rather than plastic water bottles. I take this everywhere with me and fill it up before I leave the house. When I eat out, I fill this up at the soda fountain machine so I don't have to ask for a plastic cup. Americans use 50 billion water bottles a year, and each of those water bottles take 450 years to decompose. Tip number 6, buy refillable products whenever possible. Refillable dish soap, refillable hand soap, concentrated surface cleaner you add water to dilute. Take a look at my huge jug of Shout stain remover, which I use to refill my spray bottle. I can refill the spray bottle about 6 times using this jug. Tip number 7, buy plastic alternatives whenever possible. For example, tall kitchen trash bags made from plants. Resealable sandwich bags made from cornstarch. Also, don't forget about decomposable poop bags for your dogs. All these products can be bought very easily online. Check my comments below for links. Tip number 8, instead of buying plastic shrink wrap, instead buy a bunch of these wraps coated in beeswax. You can use these again and again to wrap your fruits, vegetables, and leftovers. Tip number 9, when you're ready to replace your plastic toothbrush, think about replacing it with this bamboo toothbrush instead. It works really well and you'll feel good about yourself for using it. Finally, our last tip, tip number 10. Instead of buying plastic food containers, buy glass ones. Glass can be recycled very easily, and BPA found in plastics can leach into the food and cause major health problems over time. Bring your to-go food containers with you into restaurants so you could take home leftovers, and don't forget, tell them you do not need a plastic bag. Thanks for joining me. I hope you've learned some great easy tips you can use to reduce your plastic consumption. This needs to be a concerted effort by everyone to make sure we're leaving this planet healthy for future generations. Thanks for joining.